I don't know if I, like, post on, like, the Discord or whatever, but it's like, you know how, like, everyone's been, like, posting Hot Ganon recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hot Gan's just Gingerbit Bowsette.
Eh?
Yeah, think about it.
I don't really see the connection. I like the stupid picture where it shows like Mummy Ganon, and it's like cereal without milk, and then the bottom picture is Ganon like smugly looking at the camera, like resting his head, like resting his chin on his fist, and it says cereal when it have milk.
They're just posting pictures like, you know, Ganon with like wearing nothing but like, you know, a towel, basically. Just like, come on, you could have given me something more than this.
I just think it's kind of weird that everyone seems to be trying, like, everyone's posting like a weirdly friendly Ganon.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing to me.
Well, that's how Bowsette was.
Yeah, but Bowser has his moments of anti-heroism, I guess I'd call it.
Yeah.
Like, Bowser's not always straight pure evil. Ganon is the reincarnation. Not even reincarnation, but like Ganon is the incarnation of evil. Like,
yeah, Ganon's like basically the Zelda world's version of like the devil.
Yeah. Like,
he exists just to be this evil, pure force that just does bad things.
Yeah.
And that's really all there is to him.
Because his original form is Demise, who was a demon.
Yeah.
So Ganon is just a reincarnation of a demon.
It's like Demise plus, like, someone who was like... Well, I don't know, is Ganon reincarnated? Or does, like, the, like, Ocarina of Time backstory carry through, where he was, like, you know, the only, like, male Gerudo that was, like, you know, held in, like, high esteem or something?
That just happens to be who Ganon was born as.
Alright, but that's, like, is that true for all the games, though, or is it, like, a different Ganon in, like, some timelines?
Skyward Sword, it's... Every game branches off of Skyward Sword, because Skyward Sword is the first in the timeline. And that game establishes that Ganon's reincarnations are a curse placed by Demise before Link kills him.
That's the thing I'm kind of curious about, because, like, are they even really reincarnations?
Yes.
Are they?
It's the specific curse that Demise put on Link and himself, It's like our descendants will forever, like, do battle or whatever the heck.
I don't know, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's a thing where it's like in Zelda 64, it's like, that's supposed to be like, you know, one of the first appearances of Ganon or something in the timeline. And like, there's a timeline where he's defeated, which is like the Majora's Mask timeline. In the R1's Ganon's like not defeated or he's sealed or something. And that's why it's like still Ganon and not some other like Demise being or something. Because, like, it's the same Ganon, just in, like, you know, different, like, situations and stuff.
It's, no matter what, it's still the reincarnation of Demise.
Yeah, but, like, are they, like, different Ganons, or is it, like, the same Ganon?
So we're talking about, like, the Ocarina of Time where Link succeeds and the Ocarina of Time where Link fails.
Yeah.
It's still the same Ganon, it just branched off into different timelines.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually not sure what I mean, like, saying.
I don't know what you're saying either.
I guess it is always still the same Ganon, like, outside of maybe, I don't know.
Ganon is always Ganon, who is a reincarnation of Demise.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Because it's like, yeah, the, like, Ganon from, like, Wind Waker is still, like, you know, the 64 Ganon. He's just, you know...
cartoony.
Yeah.
No.
And, like, the same goes for, like, the Twilight Princess Ganon. Like, it's still the same guy, just, you know, on, like, a different, like, you know, timeline.
Yeah.
But, like, all the Links are, like, different guys, like, specifically.
But they're still all reincarnations of the first Link.
Yeah, they're all reincarnations, but it's like, you know... each time it's like a different person, as opposed to like Ganon, who is like, you know, like the Gerudo backstory, and it's like, you know...
That's just that Ganon's soul reincarnated into the only male Gerudo born for what was that, 100 years?
I demise his soul.
Same person.
Yeah. And I guess that's like way more clear cut than I was kind of like, I know, I'm all confused now, actually. Like, I think the only time it might be like a different Ganon is like in, you know, Breath of the Wild or like the original or something. Because I have no idea how they actually fit into the timeline right now.
The timeline doesn't matter. It's always still the same reincarnation of the first Ganon, who is Demise.
Yeah, this all totally doesn't matter. But it's like, is the Zelda 1 Ganon the same as the 64 Ganon?
Like, are they the same person?
Like, yeah, are they the same person? Like, the same reincarnation?
No, because I don't believe Ocarina of Time... No, because Ocarina of Time isn't like a 3D remake of Legend of Zelda 1.
Well, no, like how the Ocarina of Time Ganon's the Wind Waker Ganon. Or is it? So, like, I know it's like in Zelda 1 you kill Ganon and he comes back.
Yeah.
But is that like the 64 Ganon dying and coming back, or is it like someone else? Who just has the name Ganon?
Do you not understand how reincarnation works?
I know how reincarnation works, but is it the same person or not?
No.
Because, like, it carries over in some games.
No, he doesn't. Link always kills Ganon by the end of any game he's in.
Well, no, because, like, in, like, Wind Waker, it's the same as the 64 Ganon.
But you kill that Ganon at the end of...
But it's a different timeline.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Like,
no,
we're
yeah,
getting
that is.
so much more confused right now.
No, I forgot that, yeah, the opening of Wind Waker says that that's the timeline where Link never returned to Hyrule and Ganon took over.
Yeah.
But, like...
And, like, in, you know, Twilight Princess, it's like they sealed Ganon away, and, like, it's the same Ganon. He's just, you know, been sealed and all this stuff.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. But I'm curious about the specifics. Well. Like, how many times has Ganon died and been resurrected by Breath of the Wild?
No idea, I haven't played it.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure that the general... Like, I haven't looked much into Breath of the Wild, but I'm pretty sure Breath of the Wild is considered one of the earlier titles.
Okay.
And people are speculating that the Breath of the Wild 2, the Breath of the Wild sequel, is going to transition into one of the other games. Or it's like it might be... Breath of the Wild 2 might be a remake of Legend of Zelda 1.
Yeah. Alright, so I figured out, like, you know, where I'm kind of, like, going with this, I think. Or at least where I kind of, like, should go with this conversation-wise. Because, like, if Breath of the Wild is, like, a Ganon that's not the same person as, like, the 64 Ganon, then we don't know, like, what his personality and backstory is, actually.
I mean, Ganon is Ganon. He's the bad guy.
Yeah. He's consistently shown himself to be, like, pure evil.
There is no heroism in Ganon.
Like, but who knows, maybe Hot Ganon could be real, though.
No. He'll come back, he'll reinvigorate himself, and he'll look cool.
Like, of course he's gonna be pure evil, but, like, out of that context, what if this is the one?
The one good Ganon?
The one good Ganon.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Like, he bled all his evil out into, like, Calamity Ganon. And now he's just normal.
I don't know how the Calamity Ganon thing works, but assuming it's, like, Ganon's soul or something,
yeah,
then killing Calamity Ganon would just return it back into the reincarnation.
Would it?
Yeah, because if the body that's currently housing the new Ganon dies, then it goes into the new Ganon whenever he's born.
Yeah. Alright, so... Because, like, people in speculate, they're like, you know... Like, the black ooze that comes out of, like, the withered Ganon corpse is, like, what forms Calamity Ganon.
Well, that can't be right, because because Nintendo themselves said that the new game's gonna be a sequel.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like the black ooze has always been, like, flowing out of him just slowly, and it's just built up into Calamity Ganon. So now we've, like, beat Calamity Ganon, we're going to, like, you know, check out, like, what the source of that problem was, and, like, you know, it's the, like, Ganon corpse that's still just there.
Oh.
If that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Well, then what would have happened is you kill the soul of Ganon.
Wait, was the black ooze the soul?
If it formed into Calamity Ganon, then I would have to assume so. It's like the pure essence of Ganondorf.
Yeah.
So,
like, one kind of thing is, like, maybe it's like, you know, it's sort of like a weird Ghibli thing where it's like, it's not specifically his soul, it's just like the evil drenching off of Ganon. And, like, you know, it's just like, not like all of his being, it's just like, you know, this, like, thing, like, radiates off of him, you know?
I'm gonna say it's probably his soul, and then after you kill Calamity Ganon, like, it's assumed that because it's assumed that there isn't a Link and Ganondorf every generation. There's like a time gap between them. So like it seems like a previous Link and Zelda, like from what people are saying, a previous Link and Zelda's bodies are holding down Ganon or whatever, and that's what's sealing him.
Like, if you look at that chart, it's, like, actually, like, looked at quite a bit, and it's just a giant hand that's physically pinning Ganon's body down.
Yeah, so the assumption, or my assumption, is that you kill Calamity Ganon, and then the soul is just, like, in the ether or whatever, ready to become a new incarnation of Ganon, but then a previous Ganon comes back to life, and so the soul has a body to go back to, and it's like, well...
Yeah.
Because they didn't kill him, they just sealed him.
Yeah, here's one cat thinker about that. It's like... Because this may be like, you know, what you just said, I'm not, like, understanding it right or something. But it's like, yeah, they, like, new Ganon incarnation comes, they beat Ganon, you know, they, like, seal him down. And his soul is still, like, in the corpse, but it's just, like, leaking out this, like, evil presence, basically. And it's like, you know... Once you, like, go to investigate the corpse, then, like, you know, like, that somehow activates things, and, like, Ganon just sort of, like, gets back up, and it's like, oh, Ganon's, like, returned again because the seal is broken. Because, like, our Link is going to, like, fuck it up somehow.
I mean, whether part of the soul is still in the body or not doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because I think either way, like, Calamity Ganon, which... is probably the soul of Ganondorf, or Ganon, or whatever, like, goes back into his previous form, which didn't die, but got sealed away.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, it has a vessel to return to, so there it goes.
Yeah. Like, I know the weirdest things are, like, not the weirdest things, but the things people would say is they're like, you know, oh yeah, like, the, like, essence is, like, formed Calamity Ganon. No wonder it was such an easy boss fight. Because it's not the real Ganon, it's just like a piece of Ganon.
Yeah.
It's the Ganon residue.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to get Breath of the Wild and play it.
Like, we formed a pipeline to shove Ganon into, and it started leaking, and now there's just Ganon oil all over these seagulls. It's a big problem, but yeah, we can clean it up eventually. Let's, like, hope no one, like, you know, in that oil gets, like, lit on Ganon fire, because that'd be real bad.
Do you have Breath of the Wild on a cartridge, or is it digital?
I don't have it.
Oh, I thought you had it.
No, I've just been, like, speculating.
Okay, I thought that was one of the games that you had.
Nah. Like, I'll probably actually ignore get Breath of the Wild because screw weapon durability.
Oh. I mean, you get the Master Sword later, which doesn't break.
I heard it does, you just, like, fix it.
It doesn't break. It has, like, a charge... It has, like, a charge mechanic or something. So you'll always have a weapon you can use. I don't know.
Yeah, I just really just despise weapon durability and, like, everything.
Yeah.
Like, best, like, weapon durability system ever was, like, Dark Souls, because you just ignore it.
Yeah.
And, like, that's at least, like, realistic, because it's like, hey, you should, like, treat your weapons every now and then. They're not gonna, like, snap like a twig, like, mid-fight like that, you know?
Like Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. Like, I already played much of Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2 had pretty crap durability, but there was a bug on PC where if you force it to run at 60 FPS, that means your weapon will start degrading twice as fast.
What the heck?
Yeah.
How do you mess that up?
Weapon durability was tied to frame rate.
What?
FromSoft was not very good at making PC games.
Okay.
They've gotten significantly better at it.
Huh.
But like Dark Souls, the Dark Souls port was a mess. Dark Souls 2 was still a mess, but slightly better. I still have some issues with Dark Souls 3, like sound dropping out every now and then, but it works better than the first two.
Yeah.
And Sekiro runs great.
Alright. Oh, man.
So they're finally getting it, but back when they were reporting the first games, they didn't.
Yeah.
If you want to see an example of that, the best friends, Pat and Wooly playing Dark Souls 2, they play on PC, and it's a constant problem.
I should really check out that Let's Play after a while. Because I watched their Dark Souls 1 Let's Play, and I was just like, alright, yeah. It's like, oh hey, Dark Souls 2 is the one they did before this? Alright, I should probably, like, look into that, and I just never did.
The Dark Souls 1 playthrough is painful because Wooly decides to use a spear.
Yeah. Does the big coward run?
Everyone hates it. Everyone hated Wooly's toothpick.
Just, like, spear and, like, fire, like, powers. Whatever, pyromancy, yeah.
I don't remember him using pyromancy. He must have used it really rarely.
Yeah, he did use it every now and then, though.
Well, I don't know. Because Wooly's got a stigma about using magic. And Pat's constantly like, it's not magic.
Oh, man. Like, do they make the religious jokes? It's like, oh, is it because you're like a religious house and you hate magic or something?
I'm talking about in the playthrough you watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't remember him using pyromancy, but this is something that Wooly has said. He's not a big fan of, like, magic.
Alright. I remember he, like, fought the Four Kings and he just, like, blasted through them.
Yeah. There is a point in their Dark Souls 2 playthrough where Wooly's like, I want to go Faith Bill, I want to throw lightning and want to hit people with a mace. And then they nerfed lightning into the, like, straight into the ground midway through their playthrough, like...
Wait, what?
Yeah, miracles are garbage in 2. Because they made lightning weaker, and for the lightning spear miracles, they not only made it weaker, but they decreased how many times you could throw lightning spears.
Do they, like, comment on this and stuff, like, in the LP?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at some point, Pat's like, okay, so between the last time we played and now, like, lightning damage has been nerfed into the ground. And so there's, like, this whole, quote-unquote, arc where Wooly abandons his faith and picks up a greatsword.
Oh, that's amazing. He becomes gods.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not really, but still.
Also, that's the first Dark Souls game that Pat gets Wooly into.
Alright.
So there's a lot of learning in that one.
Oh boy, I bet there is.
Yeah. Also, count how many times Pat says either the phrase, Know What I Mean, and what was the other one?
Drop Your Shield.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect and Know What I Mean.
Oh boy.
Drop Your Shield is a joke because, like, it's true, and Pat does keep saying it, but Wooly won't drop his shield.
Oh man. Sorry, where there's stuff to actually end here. Was Makua just lying?
And yeah, I guess that's the end of talking about other YouTube channels and God, what else?
Like
Legend of Zelda, yeah.
lore. The Ganon lore.
Lore that we don't understand because neither of us have played Breath of the Wild.
Like, I do own the Hyrule Historia, so I at least have, like, some idea.
Oh my god, are we actually dropping every now and then? Okay,